So we're going to go over 6 places in Florida that are most likely not going to go down in value, go down in price, basically good long-term investments. I want you to tell me, which one do you think is the best one? Which one is your favorite? Now, Florida is known to kind of have good price appreciation. It's no wonder a lot of people just come and flock here because they want to get a second home, or maybe they're retiring. Obviously, you know, it's just a beautiful place to live. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look where I am right now. I'm on Turtle Beach. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love living here, but let's talk about 5 Florida areas, cities that are probably not going to have big price reductions if something goes wrong because of tourism, because of the metropolitan area, because of expanding locations, you know, like lots of building going on and so on. So let's just get right into this. This is actually an article that was released just recently. So let's talk about it. We have actually 6 cities. Looks like I have to turn around because unfortunately, after all these hurricanes, a lot of the beach washed away. They have not replenished it yet, and I'm gonna get soaked here. And I don't know if you know, but the water is really cold for us Floridians. Anyway, let's get right into this. Now, the good news is Sarasota made the map. This is where I live. This is where I am right now. I'm on Turtle Beach, which is on Siesta Key, on the southern tip of Siesta Key, one of the nicest places and rated as having some of the best sand. Well, the main Siesta Key has some of the best sand voted like every year in the US. Turtle Beach, not so much, I'll be honest with you. But they're saying that number 1, Sarasota is probably gonna have the valuations kept high, and it's for long-term investing purposes, it's probably a pretty safe bet, mostly because a lot of people come and they visit this area. So when there's, you know, a tourism component to a city, a lot of those people end up having such a wonderful time. They love the arts, they love the vibe, they love the beach, they love all the restaurants we have, whatever it is that tickles their fancy, and then they decide to buy. So when you have an area such as Sarasota, which is so beautiful, and it really is. I mean, I've lived here for 32 years. Then people will tend to purchase in these areas, which, you know, kind of prevents like an exodus, a mass exodus, even after 3 hurricanes like we just had. Back to back in our hurricane season, we had 3 hurricanes, lots of flooding, lots of devastation happening. You can check out my channel and see all the videos that I recorded of, you know, all the homes that got messed up. There's actually lots of excellent opportunities right now for homes that are flooded. If you're a cash buyer, reach out to me. I am a real estate agent. What the heck is this thing? It's like an army. It's got one of those medic signs. Hey, would you like to be here? I would, and that's why I'm here. And by the way, my name's Maciek Zaremba. I'm a real estate agent in Sarasota. So give me a call, 941-888-SOLD, if you have any questions whatsoever about real estate. Let's go on to city number 2. That is Naples. So Naples is just about an hour and 15 minutes or so south of us. And Naples has a very, very similar vibe. Lots of wealth in the area. Like, it's not cheap to buy there and to live there, but nothing on the Gulf Coast is cheap, right? In Southwest Florida, which is our area, you know, median home price is about $500,000, which is way more than the median home price of the United States homes, right? But Naples is beautiful as well, and it's a very similar situation, a very similar vibe as Sarasota, but it is different. It's got a little bit more, you know, of the old money. Sarasota has a little bit more young money. Also, I think we have more arts and theater and things like that than Naples does. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. But let's move on to the third one, which is Fort Myers. Once again, on the Gulf Coast, right here in Southwest Florida. Fort Myers is another one that's probably going to upkeep the prices. So Fort Myers is interesting because it's made the map, it made this list of homes that probably won't depreciate, won't go down, but will continue to appreciate in Florida, because Fort Myers median sales price is under $400,000. That is like unheard of for being, in a beach town, basically. I mean, it's not like a beach town, Fort Myers, but the beaches are not far away, right? So you can live the beach life and going to the beach as part of your daily life in Fort Myers. I do serve that area, so if you're thinking about buying a home, a nice home. Now, the bad news is they got hit by Hurricane Ian pretty hard, and so did Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, which is just a little bit north of there. But that doesn't mean that everything is ruined and screwed up. No, it means that it's been repaired, and a lot of things are just like pretty much almost brand new. But it's also fueled, Fort Myers is also fueled by a lot of new construction. Okay, next on the list is Orlando. And if you ask me, Orlando's never going down. The only thing that could possibly make Orlando really crash would be if people just stop traveling and people stop having kids. Because what they attract are the families, and families who have young kids, and not just Disney, but also all the other theme parks that are out there. And let me tell you, there are so many. So there's actually something for everyone. But obviously, the kids and the families is what makes Orlando so popular. The tourism component of Orlando is crazy. Now, the median sales price is just under $400,000 over there, and they went up in price 5% these last 12 months. If you ask me, that's a little crazy, because most people are not feeling like the economy is going unbelievably well, but apparently still good enough for people to go to Orlando. Now, number 5 on the list is Gainesville, and hear me out on Gainesville, okay? Gainesville is a little more inland, okay? And it's about 3 or so hours north of where I am. And it's not known for any beaches or anything like that, but pretty much it has 3 colleges, so it is a pretty big area, and it has a lot of students. So the vibe is completely different in Gainesville compared to the west coast of Florida, which is, or I should say, the southwest Florida, which is where I live. Now, the good news about that area, even though you don't have the beaches, is they have the springs. And if you've never been to the springs and you have visited, or you are a regular visitor of Florida, let me tell you, you are missing out. Because if I had a choice and I couldn't pick being near the beach, I would pick being near the springs, because that is the second best thing, in my opinion, that Florida has. The springs, there's so many of them. You can go to the Florida State Park website, and you can see basically all the different springs that the state of Florida has as public parks. Let me tell you, crystal clear water, 72 degrees all year round. All year round, doesn't matter what temperature it is outside, it's always 72-degree water. And it's refreshing, and it's great for snorkeling. It's great for, there's cave diving if you're into that stuff. It's just amazing. So I'm not surprised that Gainesville is probably not going to go down in price anytime soon. And it's great for a long-term investment, because the colleges, create a very large demand, but also just the general area is really nice. And last on the list is Jacksonville. Now, the median price over there is $307,000, just a little bit lower than Gainesville at $310,000. Now, for me, Jacksonville is not it, but it is definitely a populous area. Things are happening there. They went up in price 2.4% in the last year, so things are still going up there. And Jacksonville is one of the bigger cities, but the vibe totally different. I don't know about you, just not my vibe. Do you like it? Please write in the comments if you've been to Jacksonville and if you like it, and which one is your favorite.